out today. You remember last night, a rough injury for Aaron Altair. This in the 4th inning last night as he goes back in left field to play a ball close to the wall, and he runs full speed into the wall. He was down for a little bit, and it turns out today we get word a torn ligament in the right toe, the right big toe of Aaron Altair, so he is done for the season. Tough way to finish up the season for Aaron Altair. Other news today, guys, Gabe Kapler speaking to the media before the game and announcing that all coaches, his entire coaching staff, will return for the 2019 season. Kapler saying that he is appreciative of all the hard work that his guys have done this year, and they'll continue to look for improvement, process improvements on next year, but that all coaches will be back for the 2019 season. So that is the news of the day coming out of Colorado here tonight, guys.
Yeah, he also wanted to make sure that his team knew what the situation was for the next several days. He wants to finish over that 500 mark. There's Rob Thompson and Mike Calitri. Well, you don't see that much, Mike Calitri, but he's done a nice job behind the scenes with Sam Fold with some advanced scouting, a lot of the advanced scouting for the Philadelphia Phillies. And of course, Rick Kranitz, the Phillies pitching coach, just got to the dugout as Velasquez finished his warm-up tosses. Time for the lineup for tonight for the Phillies. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Cesar leads it off, and then Carlos Santana. Odubel Herrera bats third. And then Rhys Hoskins, 30 home runs against right-handed pitching, tied for the most in the National League. And they'll face right-hander Chad Bettis. They won't face him for that long, at least pitch count-wise. He's 5-2 with a 5.18 ERA. He's not started a game since August 12th against the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's had good numbers against the Phillies as a starter, and the first pitch is bounced through the hole on the right side. And the Phillies have a leadoff single here at the top of the first inning.
Didn't we start yesterday like this? Cesar led off with a single to left field, I think, didn't he?
No, that was Santana. Cesar struck out.
Yeah.
Johnny, it's a big deal when you get the leadoff batter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you've got Carlos Santana, who was 1 for 4 last night with a strikeout. Bettis, we said, has not started a game since the 12th of August against the Dodgers. He's appeared in 6 games since that as a relief pitcher. He's got 8 in the third, 10 runs. He's pitched well. His ERA is 2.16 as a reliever. He was popped into the bullpen because Antonio Senzatella was put into the rotation for the Rockies. He's starting tonight because Tyler Anderson continues to have shoulder issues, and they're hoping they can get him back in the rotation at some point later this week. And now time again. Not sure if Iannetta and Bettis are not on the same page, or if that was Santana. I thought John Tumpane pointed to the catcher.
Two pitches thrown, Tom.
Yep.
Been here 10 minutes.
Sometimes the game gets confusing, though, John.
Cesar, it's not have a big lead, so I don't.
That one's out toward right center field. Charlie Blackmon is over, and he'll make the catch. Back to first goes Cesar, 1 away here in the top of the first. And now Odubel Herrera is coming up. Odubel was 1 for 4 last night.
Watching the Rockies take batting practice, and Matt Holliday was showing his Odubel Herrera stance to Nolan Arenado. And they were both trying to figure out how they get that front foot, like it looks like he's standing on like the inside of his foot. They were trying to do it. They couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, Carlos Gonzalez told Odubel that they were doing it when he walked out earlier. I asked Odubel about his front foot today, and I said, hey, are you moving that front foot back over the last couple of days? He said, I'm not trying to. And he said, I said, oh, okay, because we noticed it last night. And he said, yeah, how did it look? I said, well, you got a hit when we noticed it.
Let's notice it again. Odubel, we noticed. We're watching you.
Odubel 256 with 22 home runs and 68 runs batted in. That one spun out toward third. Arenado to second for one. And over to first in time to get Herrera. Jose David Flores signals, says, let's take a look at that underneath. So the Phillies will take a peek at it. I'm surprised it was that close. So Rob Thompson goes to the phone. And they say he is out. So the inning is over. No runs, one hit, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Phillies nothing, the Rockies coming up. For 4-3 double play. Unfortunately, he wasn't really hustling up the first base line, so it turned out to be an easy double play. Let's take a look at the Rockies lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Well, Charlie Blackmon's hitting streak is up to 16 consecutive games. That's a career high. He's 21 for 58 during that time. And he's put his average at 287. They'll face Vince Velasquez. The 26-year-old is 9-11 with an earned run average of 4.59. But John, in 29 starts, this is his 30th. He only has 143 innings pitched.
Yeah, and it's lately it's been Gabe's edict to go as hard as you can for as long as you can. And if we have a shot to score some runs, we're going to pinch it for you early. And Vince got caught up in that a couple times.
He delivers the first pitch outside. It's 1-0. See the infield defense for the Phillies with Blackmon up at the knees, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Third straight year of 100 runs scored and 25 home runs. He also has 28 doubles. 112 runs. Lays off, and it's 2-1.
You got. He was hitting second some this year. I saw when he was struggling a little bit, they put him at second. And, when you have Arenado with 104 RBIs and Story with 102, your leadoff hitter in your second here are going to score some runs.
Pulled into the crowd. And it's even now, 2-2. Former second-round pick before Bud Black even got here was Charlie Blackmon. Bud Black obviously watched him from afar for a few years before he took over here. Overall in 11 major league seasons, 822 wins for Bud Black. Fouled away. Blackmon's been pretty consistent this year. First half of the year hit 287. Second half hits 288. It's outside, 3-2. His average during this month of September, and it helps that he's hit in 16 straight, is at 353. Which they're happy to see because he was at 226 in August, and he draws a leadoff walk. So the Rockies with a base runner for DJ LeMahieu.
good at bat by Charlie Blackmon. Fouled off a few. He's not the leadoff hitter. You can say, okay, it's 3-2. I can just throw something down and away, and I don't have to worry about him hitting it out. He's got a ton of power. Does Charlie Blackmon. Can't just give him something right down the middle, even though it's 3-2. But you hate to walk him also now because the Thunder's coming up.
Yeah, LeMahieu 1 for 10 lifetime against Vince. And a fastball at the belt. It's 0-1.
A little chilly today, huh?
Yeah. It's supposed to warm up again out here as the week moves on. We'll be gone, though, by the weekend when it's back in the 80s. Oh, 2 to LeMahieu. We got our sweatshirts on tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Not sure if we really need them at this point, but we're just preparing for later on.
Well, it's after the game. You don't want to scrounge through your bag to look for your sweatshirt.
Right.
Murph has his on. We want to be just like him.
Well, we're not, because he's wearing his red one.
Yeah, that's what, like the third or fourth time this year he's messed up the.
I didn't mess it up. I have my blue one with me. My red one is warmer, and it's chilly down here.
You know what happens, Murph? You got a birthday the other day.
That's right.
Get older.
Yeah, you get older.
Get colder. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's down and away, 2-2. We did bring our winter jackets, though, too. We've not needed to use them. Murph has his with him tonight.
You brought the red one?
I brought the red one.
Not bad.
You brought your gray one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Same jacket, just different color. I like the gray better than the red.
Then why didn't you bring the gray one?
I don't have the gray one. I just have the red one.
Oh.
You have a gray one. Murph has a gray one. And Ben had a red one, but he exchanged it for a gray one. Why?
Man of this, I don't know why.
I don't know either. Swing at a foul tip. There's a strikeout. And LeMahieu is down swinging, 1 away here in the first. All right, David Dahl is coming up. Last night, well, he knocked Altair and a fan out of the ball game with 1 big swing.
Yeah, talking to Aaron today, he said he said there's no way that's a home run. No way that ball goes out. He said that's why he wasn't. Yeah, he thought when the ball left the bat, the sound that it made. He said, I thought it was just a routine pop-up to me. And it just kept going and going. And he said, I kept trying to run with it. And next thing you know, the wall's in the way.
Yeah, I did think he would catch that at the warning track. I really did. But that's our giant home run replay. Down and away, and it's 1 ball, no strikes to Dahl.
It happened last night. I got to find out why this happens.
What's that?
Well, it seemed like last night when Dahl was hitting in the first inning, all of a sudden there's like an influx of people on both sides coming down to their seats. Maybe they don't want to miss Arenado's at bat.
Well, that's part of it. I think they hold the folks until there's a stoppage of play. So. Although there's not really a stoppage now, those folks were heading down as the at-bat began.
But there'll be plenty before this one's over, I'm sure. Bettis only going 3 innings. Be some pitching changes.
Yes, there will.
Tom, I'm being positive.
2 balls and no strikes. That ball's popped up.
Yeah, if that goes out, we're in trouble. I think Vince is the
Santana
only one that
can't see
sees
it.
it. Vince is the only one that saw it.
And it's off the dugout. I think it went off one of the backs of one of the benches in the dugout. It is twilight here in Denver.
Yeah, Vince was the only one that saw it, and then
actually spun away in the air more than I thought it was. He is really trying to get the outside part of the plate, and he's just missing in that area. He finally got the outside part of the plate, 3-2. Dahl does not have an at-bat against Velasquez. P.J. Willahans presents our pitch cast. And right on the line.
Close enough.
John,
take what we can get now, Tom.
I think you got to call that a strike if you're the umpire. I know some don't. Runner goes, pitch is grounded out towards second. Cesar flips to second for one. Kingery to first in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. We head to the second. Rhys Hoskins will lead it off when we get back. To 19 season ticket plan. Go to Phillies.com/season deposits or call 215-463-5000. There's Rhys Hoskins' dad, Paul, watching his son get a chance to get some ABs here. It's always nice to see Mr. Hoskins.
Well, let's hope Rhys rewards him with a couple homers today.
Off the outside corner, 1-1. They got a chance to catch up. I saw them before the ball game, chatting back behind this the cage during BP. That one is hit well out towards center field. Blackman is going back, and he's not going to get it. It's over his head, and a one hop off the wall, and Rhys has his 36th double of the season. That was a nice, easy swing.
Well, and watching this swing right there, that's what tells you this guy. Look, I think Rhys could not lose any power and hit 280, 290, and possibly even over 300. He has that ability. You see how his head just stayed on that ball. He didn't roll over. One hops the wall in center field, 415 feet away. Now let's see what. See if we can move him around.
Yeah, Wilson Ramos, the hitter. He was 0 for 3 last night with a walk. And he hits one foul off to the right now to play, but it's 0-1.
Yeah, I mean that's It's not like you're asking Wilson to do anything he's uncomfortable with. That's his natural swing, hitting the ball the other way.
Yeah, and he's got a nice size hole between Desmond and LeMahieu, because LeMahieu is trying to keep Hoskins close over at second.
Yeah, that stolen base threat. But, you know, in Colorado, though, yeah, sometimes you have to get rid of traditional wisdom, and yeah, they're going to beat him to the base.
4-3 on the put out. Reese does go to third. So we're at third and 1 out.
You know, we talked about it, you know, late if the game's tight. When we were playing late if the game's tight, then we'll try to move runners. But, you know, 1 run in this place early in the game is.
That's true.
You know, if you're up 1-0 here, sometimes I feel like you're down 4-0. That makes sense?
Yeah.
You got to try to just score as many as you can. Now, see, now they understand their offense. They understand, you know, playing here. You know, they can play the infield back. How many times have we seen it this year? Second inning, first inning, second inning, infield in.
Yeah, I think it's knowing your environment. I think you're right on that one, John, that they realize that they're here in Denver. They score a lot of runs. Dylan Cousins this year in Lehigh Valley, 27 home runs, 75 runs batted in. He may get a chance to play a little bit more now that Aaron Altair is banged up.
You know, at some point you have to give him some, you know, consistent at bats. You know, you have to find out what you got with this kid. You know, he does well in AAA power-wise. Hasn't translated here because of sporadic playing time.
The ball's popped up out to shallow left field. Parra comes running in, and he'll make the catch. And Hoskins will not advance. So 2 outs, and a runner at third, and Scott Kingery is coming up. Scotty was 0 for 3 in last night's ball game. He's hitting .226. Bettis won 14 games a couple years ago. And then he was battling testicular cancer. The biggest thing for him, they say, is that his fastball just doesn't have the life that it had, the velocity that it had when he won 14 games. His last 2 seasons, his ERA has been at 5. And they just have other options now.
Yeah. You know my feelings toward it. I wouldn't mind seeing him giving up 1 run, leave it a 1-1 game, and we win 10-1.
Get the guys after him.
Yeah. You know, he and Jameson Taillon, you know, I look at them differently because of what they've gone through.
You know what the battle was like. Just a bit high and outside. 1-2 with a 94 mile an hour. That's good velocity there.
It looked like the same pitch. He just got called a strike.
Yeah, Iannetta tried to bring it back.
Framing, Tom. He's framing.
Take a look at pitch gas presented by PJ Wheelahans. Just a little bit outside. Fly ball to deep right field. Dahl will make the catch right on the edge of the warning track. So the Phillies get the leadoff double. And Rhys Hoskins is stranded in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the second here in Denver. you, the fans. John and Murph talk about the baseball fans around the league and why the Philly fans get a bad rap. Listen to the Cruckcast on NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com or wherever you get your podcasts. There's some of those Phillies fans that are here in Denver getting a chance to enjoy tonight's ball game and hopefully enjoy a victory. The Phillies have lost 5 in a row on this road trip. There's Nolan Arenado. Velasquez faced the minimum in the first inning, got a double play ball, and he delivers low. Arenado 2 for 9 with a couple walks against Vince in his career. That ball smokes. Foul. I noticed that Arenado started and then stopped at home plate, so that kind of led me to believe it was going to hook.
Yeah, you know, you hear people say, "Oh, he got great extension on that." You watch Nolan Arenado when he's hitting. His left elbow stays bent through the swing. Like he doesn't get that. You know, when everyone says, "Oh, he gets extension," watch his left elbow. See how it stays bent through the swing? I marvel at that. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow and ask him.
Ground ball to third. Nice play by Santana. And now Trevor Story. I got to tell you, Santana, I know he hasn't had any Brooks Robinson kind of plays, but he looks comfortable at third base. His throws are comfortable, right?
Well, he practices his throw after every inning from first to third. You know, after the third out, if it's a ground out, and he fires it over to Franco at third. So he you know, just now you got to just turn the field around a little bit.
Opposite way for Story. Odubel got turned all around, and he drops the baseball. Oh boy. Story gets the second base. Not really sure what happened. Well, you know what happened. He just missed it, but he's got to make this play. I mean, this ball's in his
absolutely.
glove.
I mean, it's not like he was running full speed and he reached out.
He got there.
He got there. He was there.
It's 3 errors for Odubel.
They gave that an error?
Yeah. I think he's one of those guys next year, John. I mean, you and I both like Odubel a lot.
I love him, but
had a nice conversation with him today. But I think he's one of those guys that obviously statistically and quite honestly just with the eyes, he has underachieved this year.
Absolutely. And he'll be the first one to tell you it's been a struggle. But
that he's got to make that play.
Yes. And he's, a double play ball, he's got to run hard to first.
He's got to run hard.
You hope he's not pouting, but I mean, it's in the glove the whole way. He just didn't close it. Well, it popped out, but he's the only one that can do it. He's the only one. He has to be invested in this for 162 games, whether he's playing or not. I don't know if he's upset he's not playing center field anymore. They think they're running him out because Roman Quinn's been playing okay in center. I mean, he's playing really good in center field.
And Parra, it's 1-2, a swing and a miss.
But yeah, there has to be a complete change in the offseason with him, and come to camp, come to spring training next year. There's no one on this field better than me. And when he's playing right, when his mind's right, he's our best hitter.
Hey, he's still frustrated about dropping the baseball. But I think you're right, John. Come to spring training like that, he's the best player, that he's in shape, because he wasn't in shape this year. Did he go? No, says the third base umpire, Mark Wagner.
I think Ramos thinks he might have foul tipped it.
I thought he might have too. There was a sound, I thought. I think the dugout thinks that too.
Seems weird seeing everyone in hooded sweatshirts down there.
Ground ball right side. Hoskins backhands to Velasquez covering 3-1 on the putout. And Story over to third base.
Oh.
Fortunately, Santana was able to keep that ball in front.
That would have. You know, this is the thing you can do with Vince. You know, because of his athleticism, you can range farther, knowing that more likely than not he's going to be there. If you throw it close, he's going to catch it. But kind of an ill-advised throw to try to get Story around in third.
So he and Desmond take strike one. It's 0-1. So 2 of the 6 hitters, or of the 7 hitters that he has faced, he's thrown that first pitch strike. Toward right center field. Roman Quinn gets there. And the inning is over. Pretty sharp slide at the end, too. No runs, no hits. 1 man left over at third. So each team has left a man over at third in their first couple innings. Roman with some explosive speed, able to track that down. We move on to the third. No score. On to Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. And please submit your answer on the subject line. John, the question is this. Who are the 3 Rockies with 700 or more career hits at Coors Field? 700 or more career hits at Coors Field. Between innings, John Maley is chatting with Odubel. I think he was chatting about what Bettis was throwing. ball and 1 strike.
700 or more hits at
Coors
Field.
Field, yes.
I have to have one here.
Yep, you do. Velasquez out to second base.
Let's see. How about that one? Back to the game. 0 for 1 or 1 for 2.
Yeah, 1 for 2. Roman Quinn last night had that triple into the alley in left center field. 2 for his last 26. One ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And with a breaking ball, slow curve. That's the first strikeout for Bettis. Well, there's only a handful of games left in the regular season, and you can follow all of those games plus the postseason for $25.99. You get a chance to watch every out-of-market regular season game, plus get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this limited time offer. Cesar Hernandez takes strike 1.
Are those numbers right up there on the scoreboard? Cesar has only 15 doubles.
Yes, 15 doubles.
Wow.
Yeah, that's surprising. That's surprising. Yeah, I mean, it's his on-base percentage is a little lower than usual.
32 extra base hits.
Yeah, I think this has been a down year for him, honestly, John. He got that spinner off the glove of Trevor Story, and that'll be the 12th error of the year for Story.
That's a tough play. I mean, that's a play you have to just keep running. Try to get it on the short hop, but you know, we talked about it yesterday. They don't want him throwing sidearm, and there was no way to get Cesar if he went overhand after the bobble right there. I mean, that's when you just kind of have to run through, catch it on a short hop, and then continue on to throw off balance to get a guy with Cesar's speed. But pretty sloppy game so far, Tommy.
A little sloppiness.
That's an error.
Santana flied out to fairly deep right center field his first time up. As Cesar draws a throw.
Many teams in in baseball that you look at, and the middle infielders are bigger than the corner guys. That Story and DJ LeMahieu is a huge man.
I was actually talking to DJ LeMahieu today for a minute, and he is a tall guy. The Cubs, when they had him, likened him to Ryan Sandberg, because Ryan was considered at the time a tall second baseman. He's taller than Ryan Sandberg was. Or is, even though Rhino did celebrate a birthday the other day. He's not getting smaller.
No.
2-0.
I mean, Rhino had more power.
Yes.
Of course. He used to love going to play the Cubs in April, mid-May. He wasn't very good then.
Slow starter.
Oh my goodness! But man, once it started warming up, whoa.
That is the first 3-ball count and the first walk for Bettis. And it puts runners on first and second for Odubel Herrera.
All right, Odubel, make up for the couple mistakes you've made.
Steve Foster will head out.
Bullpen action, Tom.
Yeah, his pitch count is at 31. The number we received, well, what Bud Black said yesterday when he announced that Bettis would start, he said he'll be between 35 and 50 pitches. Now, the longest he's gone as a reliever during this month while he's been in the pen was 3 1/3. But Bud Black did acknowledge, he said, listen, I can't push him too much because he really is not stretched out anymore. This is really the only hiccup.
Yeah.
He did have a runner at third last inning. DJ Johnson warming up. Keep track of all the news surrounding the Phils into the offseason with NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com. There's podcasts to keep you company on your commute and in-depth articles by our insiders. Authentic Phillies fans know the best place to stay connected to your Phils all year long. It's on NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com. So now Odubel, who hit into a double play his first time up. And he bounces that one foul off the front of the Rockies dugout.
I don't know why more people don't sit behind that netting in the dugout.
What, instead of leaning up on the rail?
Yeah.
Off the hands. That's
There we
going to
go.
bloop into left field, a base hit. Cesar's around third. He'll score. The Phillies take a 1-0 lead, an RBI single by Odubel Herrera.
That's some atonement, isn't it?
Baseball is a game of redemption.
Yes, it is, and that's, you know, that's why I think he's our best pure hitter. Because most guys on our team, if that pitch is in like that, they break their bat.
Trying to pull it.
Trying to pull it, and he has such amazing hands when he uses them. This is one of those go talk to him so we can give Johnson some more time, and Bud Black says that apparently that's enough time.
Yep, DJ Johnson will commit to this ball game as Bud Black heads out to make a pitching change. So Bettis last 2 2/3 innings. He threw 17 pitches the first 2 innings and 16 pitches in this inning. So the Rockies will go to their bullpen. Won't be the first, it won't be the last time, I should say. We'll be back after this. And then Sunday is a 3:05 first pitch. It's Fan Appreciation Day. A lot of prizes and surprises throughout the course of the day. Plus the PGW 2019 schedule fathead to all fans. Phillies lead the Rockies 1-0. And DJ Johnson will collect himself before he heads to the mounds after his warm-up tosses.
Got 1 2-out hit. Let's get some more.
Yeah, Rhys Hoskins, who doubled his last time up, is up for a second time. They're waiting for the clock out in center field to go down to 0. And now they. John, all this time I thought there wasn't a clock in baseball.
Oh, dear Lord. What's happened to our game, Tommy? Run down the shot clock.
First pitch inside.
I mean, yeah, we're trying to speed the game up, right? That's Major League Baseball. We got to find a way to speed the game. But hold on, we got to wait for the clock to run down. Oh, dear. You got to be kidding me.
Check swing. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, Rhys, look for one right here and try to make it a 4-0 game. I'm swinging him.
Yeah, I would think so.
I know it's, DJ Johnson just came in the game and he hadn't thrown a strike yet, but he homered last night. He smoked a double off the center field fence, or one hop the center field fence, and so he's seen it pretty good.
Outside, ball 4, and that'll load him up for Wilson Ramos. Second walk of the inning for the Phillies.
This is like role reversal from yesterday, isn't it?
A little bit.
Now we need DJ Johnson to walk Ramos and then throw a wild pitch to Cousins.
And then he got it all.
Got it all figured out then.
Check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire.
There you go.
And the breaking ball, and it's no balls and 2 strikes to Wilson Ramos, who grounded out to second his first time up. To the screen, he stays alive. 96. DJ Johnson signed as a minor league free agent by the Rockies this past offseason. Originally was part of the Tampa Bay Rays organization.
You gotta feel he's gonna throw another breaking ball, right?
Yes, I would think so.
You gotta trust Ionetta. He'll block it.
There you go.
And he does. That wasn't as good as the other 2.
Yeah, that's when you're a younger pitcher, that's I threw 2 really good ones that he chased, but let me throw the perfect one. And he usually stays up, doesn't break as much.
He is fortunate that it had some late break at the end.
Yeah, but that's one of the things you knew, when you're facing a young pitcher. They were going to make a mistake. And most of the time more than one. Tom Ramos is still up.
It's off a couple pitches, John.
Yeah, yeah. A base hit to right field, never hurt anyone.
Bouncing ball out to shortstop. Story's up with it. And he goes the short way to second to get Hoskins a fielder's choice. But the Phils do take the lead. Thanks to Odubel Herrera, who's had a rough night up until this time. But he was able to fight this pitch off and send it into left field. And an unearned run in the form of Cesar Hernandez crossed the plate. It's 1-0 Phillies as we go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, Phillies up 1-0, and Chris Iannetta will lead it off for the Rockies. Iannetta takes that one outside. It goes all the way back to the backstop. This is a spot where the Rockies have mentioned that next year they're going to have to change up the catching position. We've got Walters, Iannetta we mentioned. That one is hit a mile high. Rhys Hoskins under it and puts it away. And one out.
Yeah, I thought there could be an outside chance that they held on to Jonathan Lucroy.
Yeah.
But you know, there got to be something about Lucroy.
Well, he's having a solid year with the A's.
Solid year at Oakland's in the postseason. Yeah, something to be said about a veteran catcher. Go somewhere and they seem to get better.
Raimel Tapia is the hitter with one out here in the bottom of the third.
Tom, this could be a ugly scorecard when this baby's over.
You keeping up with it, all right? Fly ball short left. Kingery on the run. Cousins is there, and Cousins makes the catch.
Scotty's losing that battle.
Yes, he would lose that battle. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. The batting average leaders in the National League for September, the Rockies at 261, well above the National League average. Dodgers there, number 2. And the Pirates, who really have played well recently. And Blackman takes low. It's 1-0. Blackman showing bunt with 2 outs. Out toward left center field. Cousins on the run. He'll play it on one hop with the bare hand. And that holds Blackman to a single. So his hitting streak is now at 17 consecutive games.
Didn't Jimmy have a long hitting streak that ended at the end of the season?
Yes.
He picked it up the
and then
following?
He picked it up in the following year, yep.
Dylan Cousins just said, I'll barehand this one. Who needs a glove? That's a large human being, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I know Aaron, talking to Aaron Altair today, he said, he goes, I'd like to see him get a hold of someone's fastball and catch it. Yeah, here, catch it out in front. But yes, who needs a glove?
Well, the Phillies scored a run with 2 outs. Let's hope the Rockies do not here in the bottom of the 3rd. Velasquez at 38 pitches. His pitch count is in a very good spot with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. And a line drive base hit up the middle. Blackman will hold up at second base. So back-to-back hits. And here is David Dahl.
Here's a bad thing with the, the ball he hit last night that you thought was just to pop up the left field, and it carries. That's a tough part about this pitching in this ballpark. But Citizens Bank ain't no joy either for the pitchers. Remember we were playing it. Where did we play? Mile High Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Bruce Ruffin came in to pitch, and he threw me a slider that I had no bet. All I was trying to do was hope to hit it foul. And I hit it off the end of the bat, and I thought, oh man, stay fair. And it went over the fence. He met me at the third baseline when I was coming around. I'm shaking my head like, this is a joke.
Dahl swinging a miss, 0-2. Well, the Rockies have hit 100 home runs here this year. The Phillies have 102 at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, he met me at the third base line. He goes, are you kidding me, Possum? He called me Possum. I don't know why.
You playing possum with everybody?
No, he said I reminded him of George Jones, the country singer. Yeah, I don't know. I think him and Dennis Cook made that up. But, those Texans.
Oh, just a bit outside, 1-2. Let's see. Larry Anderson called you Jake. There's the pitch cast presented by P.J. Wheelahans. Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Roger Mason called you Life earlier this year, I should say.
No.
Fly ball left field. Cousins going back toward the fence, and it is gone. A 3-run opposite field home run. David Dahl is homered for back-to-back nights, and it's a 3-1 ball game.
Yeah, same swing by Dahl, same result. Basically hit it in the same spot, but Dillon didn't run into the wall, and the guy in the outfield caught it. I mean, that's a fastball. Look, you know, it was middle of the plate, but it was down. Look at that, though. You talk about some wherewithal by that fan to not reach over.
Yeah, he did not interfere with Dillon. He was just congratulated for not reaching
Nice
over.
people here, Colorado, Tom.
And now Arenado takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
He hit it good, but
it took off, though.
it did. You know, we shouldn't be surprised. He did the same thing last night. Might have been a different result, though. Cousins ran into that wall. That wall might have taken a beating.
Arenado grounded out to third his last time up. He's 0 for 1.
2 quick outs and
Back toward the middle, and another base hit. 2 quick outs, and now 4 straight hits for the Rockies. And the Phillies, I would think, are going to get bullpen action. At least the relievers are going to start to stretch. Kranitz will walk out to the mound. Now a little trot. He got the first 2 outs on 5 pitches. Austin Davis taking his jacket off.
he taking it off, or he holding it for someone?
I think he was taking it off. Trevor Story's coming up. He provided us with our Geico quote of the day coming back from the injury. You never know how you're going to be after a few days off or something like that. But I just tried to keep it simple. Get something over the middle of the plate that I could hit and not try to do too much with it. Nobody's 100% right now. I fall into that group. Everybody's feeling something. That's no excuse.
Very nice. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at us.
I'm not sure if we're the best example. Me and you.
Picture of health.
Low on the first pitch, 1-0.
Tom, we have a righty up. Is that Ramos?
Looks like Ramos is starting to throw. Inside, now 3-0. I would say you have to be careful here because he's swinging, I would think, 3-0.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. Even though Parra's, how many hits did he have last night? 3, 4?
3. Yeah, he was 3 for 4. Second walk issued by Velasquez. And here comes Parra. StatCast AI powered by AWS gives us a look at Dahl's home run.
95 off the bat. I mean, that's not great.
No, I mean it's a hard hit ball.
Yeah.
94.9.
But not for a home run.
Not for a home run. No.
What? Can we go back and look and see what it was last night? It had to be the similar, right?
Might be able to take a look at that.
Where's Carl?
Parra takes low and in. Well, this is going to be Vince's last hitter. Hopefully he gets him out, and you can worry about pinch hitting for him in the top of the 4th inning. Dahl's home run last night, 96.8 was the exit velocity. A high fly ball to left center field. Roman Quinn is there, so is Cousins. The taller of the two makes the catch. And that wraps up this 3rd inning. Well, he got 2 outs with 5 pitches, but then he allowed 1 hit after another, including an opposite field home run by David Dahl. That makes it 3-1 Rockies as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Genuine HP toner cartridges from WB Mason. We'll deliver it straight to your printer for free. Nobody does it better than who but WB Mason. 3 in the books. The Phillies trail at 3-1, and now back to the bullpen for the Rockies. Left-hander Chris Russin is coming in. 48th game, an ERA of 6.45. It'll be Cousins, Kingery, and then the pitcher's spot is due up 3rd. Cousins flied out to left his first time up.
Tom, they got 9 more bullpen members down there.
Who are they?
Keeping count.
The Rockies?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have a few extras.
You're keeping count.
Well, and we didn't even see their main guys last night. Ottavino. Wade Davis. Wade Davis having an amazing year as a closer, just from a save standpoint. It's turned out to be a good signing by the Rockies. Let's see if the Phillies can play spoiler here, though. They're down 3-1. The Brewers lead the Cardinals 7-3 in the 5th. And that's important for Colorado, because if they win and the Cardinals lose, then the Rockies take the 2nd spot in the wild card. And a swing and a miss with a curveball by Cousins. 1 out here in the 4th. And Kingery's coming up. The ball's a 1 strike to Kingery, who flied out to right field his first time. Velasquez is out on the on-deck circle. And that's a foul ball.
He got Ionetta somewhere in his hand.
Yeah.
Anywhere from hand to shoulder, Tom. I couldn't tell.
May have gotten the thumb of that catcher's mitt.
Yeah, those are fun.
Strike 3 called. Kingery's down looking, back-to-back strikeouts for Russin. Here comes Velasquez to bat. Well, that got the plate.
Yeah, it did.
Velasquez grounded out to second his first time up. And he bounces that one back toward the middle and into center field, a base hit. So a 2-out single for Vince. And that will bring Roman Quinn up right-handed.
Vince wasn't waiting around for the breaking ball, was he?
No, sir. Threw it.
Yeah. Was he thinking that Blackman was going to come in and throw him out at first, or what?
I don't know if he thought LeMahieu should have fielded it, but he wouldn't have thrown Vince out anyway.
No. Pitchers, Tom. Can't trust them.
It's all about them, Johnny.
The world revolves around them. Sadly, you can't win without good ones.
0-1 to Roman Quinn. 1 ball, 1 strike, a fastball inside.
Roman can tie this baby up, can he?
Yes, he can.
Does he have more pop righty than lefty?
It's his natural side. 2-2. That's a good question. I don't know if he has more pop.
Was he a September call-up last year?
No, because he was injured.
Yeah.
The year before he was
this
up.
is the most he's ever played, right?
Yes, with the Phillies. Stays alive there.
And Ionetta got clipped with another one.
Yeah, when Roman was up in 16, he played in just 15 ball games. This tonight is his 45th game. Three and 2. That means Velasquez will be off and running. Hernandez waits on deck.
I'm surprised that they're not holding Vince on. Maybe try to pick him off with a left-handed pitcher.
Desmond will give this a look, but it's out of play.
Sometimes those pitchers don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the base running aspect of the game.
Now, if there was a lefty up, you would not think that. You'd say
No,
play behind
play
him.
behind him.
Roman's fouled a few pitches off. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Runner goes, and a strike 3 call. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Russin. Second time that Roman Quinn's gone down. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left for the Phils. 3.5 in the books. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. In the 4th inning that knocked out Aaron Altair, knocked him out of the ball game as Aaron slammed into the fence. Tonight it was basically the same kind of swing.
A pitch middle in by Vince, and the inside out it and got it up in the air. And the only thing that didn't happen was the left fielder didn't get hurt, and the fan actually caught it. And that's our Toyota turning points of the game. And I think Roman Quinn's still not real happy with home plate umpire.
Now here's the pitch. We look at P.J. Wheelhand's pitch cast, and it was right at the bottom of the zone.
I think if you're a hitter, you look and you see how Iannetta caught that, and he caught it almost, a couple inches off the ground, and that's what you see as a hitter, the end result. But I ask you this: if Vince threw that pitch, would you have wanted it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at it. I can't look at it that objectively. I would definitely want it. Yeah, I would definitely want it. Well, it's one of those. I mean, you know this better than anybody. It's just too close to take with 2 strikes. Desmond leads it off, and Velasquez continues. Desmond lined out to center field his first time up on a nice play by Roman Quinn. 0-1. High fastball, 0-2. Vince for his career in 5 starts, 2-0 with an earned run average of 3.95 against the Rockies. 29 strikeouts coming into tonight's ball game. And he got him, just threw some gas right on by him. It's only the 2nd strikeout for Vince, and 1 away in the 4th for Iannetta.
Vince, if this was a start 4 days ago, he'd have been out of the game.
Yes.
But since it's, they've been eliminated, I like that Gabe left him out there. Let him figure some stuff out.
swing and a miss and a curveball. And it's 1-2.
Oh, already marked down the strikeout, Tom.
All right, it's good foreshadowing, John.
Yeah. I'll just hope it's a swinging strikeout, or else then I got to scribble.
Inside, 2-2. Rustin is on deck. Looks like he's going to hit. And a line drive base hit to center field for Iannetta. So a 1-out single. Well, the student steal is time is running out. That's right. The Phillies have 3 more games at Citizens Bank Park, so it's a chance for you to capitalize on the student steal. Visit Phillies.com/student steal. It's a $15 ticket plus a $12 voucher for anything out at Ashburn Alley, like Chickies and Pete's, crab fries, Bull's Barbecue, Tony Luke's. Maybe get a Hatfield hot dog and Coke. Anything you could eat up to $12. Again, go to Phillies.com/student steal. Rustin squares, bunts it up the first base line. Velasquez has it and is able to throw him out. Sacrifice is successful. 1-4. Charlie Blackmon is due up. He will keep Velasquez out there.
I think Ramos sat down, didn't he?
Ramos did sit down.
Hard to believe Charlie Blackman's walk-up music's old rock and roll. Back in the old mullet days, that music was popular.
He's throwing it back.
He is.
All across the board.
Love him for it. I hope he makes an out, but I love him for it.
Balls and 2 strikes. He swung at that slider. Floats that one out towards shallow right field. Odubel's coming on. He's running hard. And it's off the edge of his glove. A run will score. Blackmon goes to second. And it's 4-1 in favor of the Rockies. It's his second hit of the night. In fact, it's going to wind up being an RBI double. That's his 29th double.
Well, it's not how hard you hit him. A lot of times it's where you hit him. And just hit that in a perfect spot. And Odubel with a heck of an effort right here. Saw him trying to get up and look for the ball. He didn't realize it was in front of him. Blackmon hustled in for a double, and seems like everything's bad's been happening with 2 outs, Tom.
Yes, sir. 3 runs that scored in the third with 2 outs, and now this one here. And back toward the middle, off the mound into center field. Blackman's around third. He'll head home. It's an RBI single. Now 5-1. Phillies bullpen's going to get up again.
Yeah, this is the second time LeMahieu's come up. Swung at the first pitch. His last at bat, he swung at the first pitch and it base hit up the middle. Now this at bat with a runner at second. Base hit up the middle. Now you got the guy that keeps hitting home runs.
Ball gets away for a moment from Ramos. Ramos warming up in the bullpen. The other Ramos.
Yeah, you got to figure if Dahl gets on here, you got to probably bring him in for Arenado.
Home runs, 38 RBIs. It's part of the reason why he's playing instead of Carlos Gonzalez. LeMahieu goes. A pitch lined into the right center field, cut off by Herrera, and they'll hold LeMahieu at third. First and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look like Ramos was ready. I mean, that hit and run right there. LeMahieu was running, and he had to kind of hold off. Ball's coming right at him. He had to hesitate.
And now that you're right about him not being ready, it looks like they're trying to buy some time.
That's the first time I've ever seen Vince picked him up, called out Ramos. Yeah, but right there, LeMahieu's running, and watch LeMahieu right here. He's running on the play, and he had to kind of stop because that ball was headed toward him. And Double cuts it off and keeps Dahl at a single, and now they're coming to get him. And okay, Ed O'Brien, you're ready to go. Let's go get Arenado.
All right, so a pitching change for the Phillies. Velasquez goes 3 2/3. We'll be back to Colorado with the Rockies on top 5-1 right after this. The Rockies have taken a 5-1 lead. And Arenado will be the hitter, facing Adebray Ramos. Top 3 hitters in this Rockies lineup tonight are 5 for 7 with 5 runs batted in. Arenado has a base hit tonight.
I got 6.
6 what, buddy?
Blackman has 2 hits. LeMahieu has 2.
That's right, it is 6.
Dahl has 2.
Yeah, it is 6. You're right.
Just gets worse for us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Arenado has one. Oy.
Little tapper up the third base line, and they are not going to get him. A run scores. 6-1 Colorado.
That's probably the last thing you expect would come off the bat of Nolan Arenado is a swinging bunt. Good slider though by Ramos. Yeah, you couldn't lay down a better bunt. And hey, you got a great jump. Nothing Santana can do. It's all Ramos. Just another run behind.
And now Trevor Story's coming up.
Oh, it gets so much easier.
Yeah. Swing and a miss at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 1-1. Arenado beating this play out at first. Lunge for the front of that bag.
Back innings with 3 runs, hopefully just 3 in this one.
Yeah, Phillies had a 1-0 lead at the end of the top of the first, and now the Rockies lead at 6-1. In the dirt, 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes. Jorge Alfaro chatting with Velasquez. It's one thing we have seen from Jorge when he's not playing is that he's always engaged with the starting pitcher when they get taken out of a ball game. 2-2. I think Wilson Ramos is a little frustrated with Adebayo Ramos right now. Whether they're not on the same page, whether Adebayo doesn't want to throw with Wilson's calling.
Ain't that easy? You shake off and throw the second one.
Yeah, or you just
He's
have a meeting.
Fastball slider, right?
Fastball slider. This is weird.
Yeah. You hope Ed O'Brien's not hurt and he doesn't want to throw a ball, but I mean, that's an easy fix. Call the trainer out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this should be, Wilson's been around a long, long time. This should be, look, here's what we're throwing. When I get back there, I ain't giving a sign, throw it. I've heard that conversation with Darren Dalton and some of our pitchers many a night.
All right, well, here we go.
Maybe.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Story. And a ground ball toward third, backhanded by Santana. Long throw, and it's in time. What a play! Carlos Santana not only got to the ball, but he threw a beautiful strike across the diamond to wrap up this 4th inning. I mean, this is an outstanding play. It doesn't matter who the third baseman is. Plenty on the throw, accurate to the point. 3-run score for the Rockies. We'll head to the 5th inning. Phillies down 6-1. Third baseman make this year, and Carlos Santana, as Cesar Hernandez leads things off and takes a strike. Outside, 1-1.
And think about how long he had to stand out there with nothing happening.
Yeah. That's interesting what you talked about with Dutch when he used to go out.
Oh.
And I would think that most catchers would do the same thing. That one is off the backside of Russin. He tells Desmond to go to the bag, and he throws him out 1-3 on the putout. And Cesar's retired. All right, so the Carlos Santana play is our Hyundai defensive play of the game.
Yeah, I don't think any doubt that this is probably going to be the best play we see today. And I mean, yeah, it's not like Trevor Story's a slug. I mean, he can run, but you see it quick. The thing I like about it is this: he gave Reese a chance to stretch. And you know, when you're a first baseman, you got a guy making a throw like that all the way across the diamond, and you can stretch for it and give him a little help. It's a heck of a play by Carlos, and that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
Yeah, and Carlos
Dutch threatened the guy once.
Did he really?
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna tell you who.
Bouncer over to third. There's Arenado.
He's pretty good.
And he zips the throw over to get Carlos. 5-3 on the putout. Were you standing in the huddle when Dutch?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to go out there all the time. It just give me something to do. I get bored easy. Tell you what, that man is as good as I've seen. Yeah, he said, if you cross me up one more time, I'm gonna come out here. You know what? Oh man, it was bad.
Did you just reverse field and go back
oh,
to first
no,
base?
I'd like to listen.
You gossip, you.
I got entertained by things. I needed things to entertain me.
Yes.
Johnny Padres, very entertaining in a different manner than Dutch.
When he came out to the mound.
Oh, yeah.
Odubel flares one to left field again. Parra comes running in, and that will drop for another hit for Odubel. 2-out single here in the 5th. That brings Rhys Hoskins up. Was Pods more entertaining than Ferguson?
Yes. Oh, Pods would come out a couple times and say, I don't know what I'm doing out here. I think you're throwing great, but Jimmy told me to come out.
Jimmy's getting real mad at you.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite stories of all time.
Yeah.
His raspy voice.
Oh, he came out. He was always positive. He came out, oh, man, you got great stuff. We'd walk off the mound. I'd walk over and like, what are you watching? Like, what makes you look at him and say he's got good stuff tonight? We got the bases loaded every inning.
Trying to build him up, John.
Yeah, he's a positive guy.
Positive Pods. Outside, 1-1.
Like, I think Larry Anderson sometimes would turn his deaf ear so he couldn't hear him. I think just to mess with him.
Foul tip, and it's 1-2. He threw him a changeup. Eniel De Los Santos throwing in the pen for the Phillies. And Rhys gets a piece of it and fouls it back. Rhys tonight has doubled and walked in his first 2 at-bats. Here's Eniel. You figured it would be him tonight since it was Ranger Suarez last night. We may see one of those guys or Jared Eichhoff making a start when the Phillies head home, with Zach Eflin dealing with a sore side. And Rhys pokes it and caught by LeMahieu. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Rockies 6 and the Phillies 1. Well, how about this? The Florida State League Awards. The 2018 John H. Johnson President's Award goes to the Clearwater Threshers and the Florida State League's Broadcaster of the Year, Kirsten Karbach. We see Kirsten all the time. She works so hard during spring training, and if you ever get a chance to listen to her, and this goes for all the broadcasters in the Phillies minor leagues because they give you so much information. But if you ever get a chance to listen to Kirsten, she does a fantastic job.
Yeah, we see her around when we do spring training games.
We drive her crazy.
Yeah, well, put it this way, she ain't the Lone Ranger there, buddy. But no, you know that someday she's going to keep advancing, and
yeah,
you know, I think someday you're going to hear on Major League Baseball telecast somewhere.
Well, we heard we talked with Jenny Kavnar before the ball game today, and she's done some games for the Rockies. I've known Jenny for a long time, and I think you're right, John. I think Kirsten is in line to do the same thing. Gerardo Parra fouls off the first pitch from Enyel De Los Santos, and it's 0-1. Jose Bautista is in right field as the Phillies make the double switch. Parra has grounded out and he's flied out. And he bunts toward third. He's been trying to do that, and it'll be an infield hit. Not much that anybody could do. Santana was playing back behind the bag.
Yeah, just like you said, if you have any speed at all and you lay down a bunt like that, you're safe. And you know, just happy De Los Santos didn't try to rush and throw it away.
Desmond is lined out and he is struck out tonight. Inside, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That had something on it. Foul back 0-2, or excuse me, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nationals have won their ball game 9-4 over the Marlins. Max Scherzer picked up his 18th win. He also went over 300 strikeouts. That's the first time in his career that he's gone over 300 strikeouts.
Getting better with age. You remember when he first started in Arizona, man, it was, you know, he just tried to throw by everyone out of the bullpen, and then he ends up going to Detroit. And, let me see, he's got 5 pitches and they're all really good. Let's make him a starter.
Yeah. with Arizona, he was 9-15 with an ERA of 3.86.
You know, Greg Maddux was the same his first year or so in the big leagues with the Cubs.
Yeah, outside 2-1 at Desmond.
Great ones figured out. Not so strong mentally guys go back to the minors and you never see them again.
Well, he's trying to get his 3rd straight Cy Young Award. We talked about it the other day, how it's probably going to be DeGrom, but Scherzer will get 1 more start. At least that's the plan, it seems anyway, to get his 19th victory, which would lead the National League. The wins would. Leads in complete games. It's only 2, but in this day and age, that's a landslide. Innings pitched. He's going to finish with over 220. He's going to finish with over 300 strikeouts. A whip under 1. There's ball 4. Desmond walks. 1st and 2nd for Chris Iannetta. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murphy.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, as we head towards the end of the season, we told you we're going to take a look at some of the National League major awards that will be awarded at the end of the year. It is our T-Mobile Built for Baseball. Today we are looking at the National League Rookie of the Year Award. And, well, a couple of candidates, but I think one has separated himself. Ronald Acuna Jr. is 298, batting 298, 26 home runs. How about a WAR of 4.1 for Acuna Jr. Juan Soto has had a terrific year, 295, slightly higher than Acuna, 66 RBIs. Harrison Bader, he was very good. You look at his WAR, 4.0 for the St. Louis Cardinals, and Brian Anderson, who faded near the end for the Marlins. Those are probably your top 4 candidates. But guys, I think we're all in agreement that Acuna Jr. probably going to walk away with this one, and well-deserved with the Atlanta Braves headed to the postseason. He was probably, he was one of their best players, if not their best player for a while there this season.
Yeah, I would think it's Acuna Jr. now. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a landslide. I think between he and Soto, I don't think the other two, have enough of the power numbers, even though Bader's come on strong in the second half. There are some people that think that from a pitching standpoint, that Jack Flaherty and Derek Rodriguez
and Walker Buehler, he's been really good.
That they're in the mix too. I think it's all offensive.
Yeah.
This year when it comes to the National League Rookie of the Year, because you have 2 special players. You have a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old. 1 ball, 1 strike to Iannetta.
Could it be like possibly like Jerome Walton and who? Oh man, now I've drawn a blank.
Whether it's a tie or not.
Smith.
Dwight Smith.
Didn't they win co-MVP,
I think
co-rookie
they
of the
did,
year?
yeah. But
why don't you give them co-rookie of the years with both of those guys?
I think the fact that Acuna Jr. has made such an impact on the Braves winning the division is going to help him too. 3-1 to Iannetta. Russin is still in the game. He's on deck. Johnny, 49 degrees.
No walking home tonight.
What are you going to do?
Jog.
Oh, boy.
Maybe sprint.
Inside, ball 4. That'll load up the bases. Back-to-back walks. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealers. And by W.B. Mason. Who but W.B. Mason for fast free delivery? Nobody does it better. Well, the applause that you hear in the background is for that guy right there, Carlos Gonzalez. It's interesting. I think many people feel like this could be his final week with the Rockies. And then, of course, the postseason. And they feel like they need him to be successful in the postseason. But right now, Dahl is playing so well that, his time is probably going to be limited moving forward. He's among the franchise leaders, or at least in the top 5 in a number of categories. I think that response by the crowd just helped John with the Ram Truck Stump the Fans trivia question.
What are we doing now?
They're asking Enyel De Los Santos, is he going to pitch from the windup or is he going to pitch from the stretch? They have to declare which way with the bases loaded in this day and age. So he has said he's going to pitch from the stretch. Rules are evolving, Johnny.
Yeah, it used to be a fun game.
And Gonzalez takes outside.
It's still fun. We love it. What else would we be doing? Like, what else could we be doing to make money?
I think it's the greatest job in the world.
We haven't worked a day in our lives. I haven't worked a day since I turned 18.
1 ball and no strikes. Upstairs, 2-0. Gotta challenge him here. I know that De Los Santos is trying to, but he really does need to challenge him with a fastball. As Rick Kranitz is going to head out to the mound. Nobody's warming up in the bullpen. But everything's away, at least to these first couple of pitches.
Hey.
And was into the right-handers.
Yeah, he buzzed Dianetta a couple times in that last at bat. You think he's going to start this baby early?
Yes.
I would be shocked if he threw him a fastball for a strike if he hit anything to the left of second base. I've always been amazed with Carlos Gonzalez how long his bat stays flat through the hitting zone. Oh dear Lord, they had to ask him again.
And he will work from the stretch. Oh, fouled it away. It's 2-1. So he did throw him a fastball, and he was swinging.
I thought it was bad enough. We had that. What's that guy last year? Vendetti threw with both hands.
Yeah, the Dodgers have him now.
Like I thought that was going to be annoying. This is worse.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Rockies up 6-1. And a line drive base hit to left center field. That may clear the bases. One is in. Here comes Parra, or I should say Desmond. Going to third is Iannetta. It's a 2-run double for Carlos Gonzalez. 8-1 in favor of the Rockies.
Well, he's done this so many times throughout his career. Just guy knows how to hit. I know it's been a struggle for him lately, but yeah, again, I think that's a weapon whether he starts or comes off the bench. That if they are in the postseason, you got to manage against that. Tom, it's not looking good.
No, it's 8-1. It's kind of looking like last night. Phillies will have the infield in. And again, John Tumpane is asking how he's going to pitch. Is he going to go from the stretch,
right-handed,
or from the windup?
He's going to throw right-handed this time.
Yeah, we said it was bases loaded. It is when there's somebody on third.
I think Gabe to the point where he might get run from one of these games.
I don't know. I mean, we've only seen him heated a few times. And he did talk today, and he was very vocal about it, you know, that he's not going to be a character, as Murph alluded to earlier. Jim Salisbury has a really good story on NBC's Philly.com.
Yeah, he's not going to change what he is. He's not going to, you know, he's not going to go turn over tables and yell and scream at the players and, you know, get thrown out of a game unnecessarily to try to. You know, he's a very energetic but calm speaking to him.
Ground ball to the second base, and Hernandez looks Iannetta back. And finally, there's an out here in the 5th. So one away, and LeMahieu is coming up. All right, so John Tumpane has not asked De Los Santos how he's going to pitch. I think he wants to. Danielle should have gone from the windup. LeMahieu is 2 for 3.
Yeah, watch him attacking that first pitch.
Inside. Through a changeup. 1 ball, no strikes. Drew Anderson in the bullpen.
Tom, the game slowed up a tad.
A lot of thinking going on, John.
Yeah, paralysis by analysis, that's for sure.
Jake McGee. Inside, 2-1 again. Another changeup. Two and two. Fouls it up to the upper deck.
You know, I bet a guy like this, if he wanted to give up, you know, on base and average, I bet he could hit 25, 30 homers.
Yeah, you might be right about that, John.
I think, you know, this is what he is, and this is what he wants to be.
Yeah, his average is a little lower than he would like it to be this year, and where it was the last couple of years. Takes inside, 3-2.
He came in today at 279. He's 2 for 3, so he's 282, 283 maybe.
281.
Or 281.
You're in the right ballpark.
Coors Field.
Fly ball, shallow center field. Tagging at third is Iannetta. Roman Quinn is under it, makes the catch. Iannetta draws the throw. And it's smothered by Ramos. 2 outs. And here comes Dahl. Well, Dahl has 2 hits tonight, but the third inning swing is what gave the Rockies the lead.
Yeah, cruising along, Vince was. Little 1-0 lead we had, and then Dahl hit a blueprint home run of what he did last night. Same swing, almost the same location. Put the Rockies ahead, and they haven't let go of that lead since. I have to rectify that next inning, Tommy.
Good fastball, 1-1. Daniel's fastball has been registering since he got back up here in the mid 90s. In fact, that one was at 96 miles per hour. Changeup. That's the best changeup he's thrown.
Yeah, that's a tough back-to-back combo there. 96, 97 fastball. And you got to throw it by him, and then you have to gear up for it. And he throws that dead fish up there at you.
He tried another changeup, but that one floated outside. It evens the count up at 2-2. 8-1 Rockies. They've scored 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 2 here in the 5th inning. On a pinch hit double by Carlos Gonzalez. Popped up and out of play. Grab by a gentleman in the seats.
Got his
Got
glove.
The little guy's happy.
Seen a lot of that this year, haven't we? Yeah, just
That a boy.
reaching over and we have seen a lot of that, haven't we?
Yeah. Arenado's on deck. Swing and a miss. That ball exploded down in the strike zone, and the inning is over. 2-run score in the inning on 2 base hits. Rockies lead 2. Head to the 6th. 8-1 Colorado. To strike out more than 200 hitters. His 16 wins are the most since Cole Hamels' 17 in 2012. And he sits among the NL leaders in almost every category. Rhys Hoskins became the first Philly with 90 RBIs, 80 walks, 30 doubles, and 30 home runs in a season since Bobby Abreu in 2004. And he became the second fastest Philly to reach 50 career home runs. 2018 has seen some great performances, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Carlos Gonzalez, after his pinch hit 2-run double, stays in the ballgame to play right field. Dahl moves to center field. Charlie Blackmon has the rest of the evening off for the Rockies, and Jake McGee is the new pitcher. McGee follows Chris Russin. Boy, the Rockies really need 1 or 2 of their left-handers to step it up. Nick Williams trying to stay warm. Nick is still not ready to play. Asked him yesterday, I said, how are the fingers going? And he said, still sore. But hopefully they'll be able to get him into a game or 2 before the weekends is over when the Phillies take on the Braves. Braves, by the way, have built a lead of 7-3 over the Mets. Dansby Swanson left that game early for Atlanta as Wilson Ramos takes low.
Yeah, you know, they got Charlie Culberson, but I mean, we saw it down there, Dansby Swanson, how he could electrify that offense just with his hustle.
Ramos hits it back towards second base. LeMahieu to his right. Dylan Cousins coming up. Well, John, you have the Open off tomorrow. You can wear whatever you want for the Open, because tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern time, we are going to show off our fans' plays of the year and some of the not so great plays of the year.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Want to know. Dylan Cousins is flied out to left and has struck out. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Dodgers have jumped out to a 1-0 lead over Arizona. Bellinger with a home run as Dylan Cousins Lines a single to right center field. So he's aboard with 1 out. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans trivia quiz answer. All right, John, here we go. Who are the 3 Rockies with 700 or more career hits at Coors Field?
Well, Todd Helton.
Todd Helton is correct.
Booger.
Larry Walker?
Larry Walker, Booger.
Okay.
And I struggled with this one until he came up to bat.
Yeah, we kind of refreshed your memory on this one.
Cargo.
Carlos Gonzalez, yeah. Todd Helton with 1,394 hits here at the ballpark. Log on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of the Phillies prize pack.
Yeah, so I had Larry Walker in winter ball. He was only 18 when he was at the Expos, and they sent him down to Mexico to play, and we had some nice conversations and basically had to talk him into staying and working. He wanted to quit. That guy's a borderline Hall of Famer.
He could play.
Yeah, there's some of us said, oh, he was. You know what's amazing about him? He was like one of the smartest players I think I've ever played against. I mean, base running, he was just, his baseball IQ was unbelievably high. But, it dropped a few decimal points when he caught a foul ball and handed it to a fan, and sadly it wasn't the 3rd out.
Is that Dodger Stadium he did that?
Yeah. But man, he was a smart player. I mean, he could hit.
One and 2 to Kingery. Kingery is 0 for 2. He's fly to right and he is struck out. Bautista out on deck. And a line drive toward the alley in right center field for Kingery. Cousins can run, and he's already headed to 3rd, and he's going to be waved home by Dusty Wathan. Kingery will stop at 2nd. It's an RBI double, and it's now 8-2.
Youth to serve for the Fighting Phils.
21st double of the season for Scotty.
Yeah, I like to see Scotty keep that swing right there. It just, line drives all over the field. Forget the home runs. I know he hit a bunch in the minor leagues, but
yeah, let them just come organically.
Yeah, don't force them. I mean, you see that swing, how nice and easy. And when he takes a nice easy swing, the ball jumps off his bat. It's when he tries to load up and crank one, and that the ball doesn't come off the bat as well. But about Dylan Cousins, 6'6", 235, can run like that.
He can move. Bautista takes low. Back to Kingery. One thing that we were talking to Gabe last week about him, and he's a strong kid for his size. I mean, if you have ever watched him in a weight room or seen him without his, with one of his T-shirts on, they'd like him to still get stronger. Get his core stronger, get his legs stronger.
Getting real creepy now. Just getting a little creepy with the shirt thing. And
2 balls and no strikes to Bautista. Well, John, they'd like him to get stronger.
I like to see him hit 300.
And if he gets stronger, maybe he will. A little low, 3-0. Roman quit on deck.
Now McGee's been struggling, right?
ERA over 6.
Man.
But their bullpen as a whole, an ERA under 2.75 in September.
I mean, when he was in Tampa, when he got here, I mean, it was just fastball after fastball in the mid to upper 90s.
And ball 4. 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Roman Quinn due up. Scott Oberg is warming up in the bullpen. You guys ever wanted to hear what the bullpen phone sounded like? That's what it sounds like.
Was that what that was?
Yes. It's one of the worst sounds ever. Here comes Bud Black, so he's going to make a pitching change. With one out here in the 6th inning. He's going to take Jake McGee out and bring in Oberg. So a pitching change. The Rockies on top 8-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. At 3:05, the Phillies take on the Braves. PGW 2019 schedule Fathead to be given out to all fans. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. There's our good friend Marty Miller to your lefts with the blue suit on. And he is joined with the guy in the red. That's Luke Harper.
Bludgeon Brothers. Harper and Rowan, baby.
Wrestling's going on. Well, it went on yesterday and today.
Yeah.
Here in Denver.
Yeah. And Marty was a cameraman when I was playing.
Yes.
And then he moved over to WWE where he was a cameraman, and now he's part of the
front office.
Well, he's part of the the script writing of it all.
That one is shortstop, knocked down by Trevor Story, and everybody is safe. So the bases are loaded, and Cesar Hernandez is coming up.
You give that a hit?
I don't think so. I think they'd have to give it a fielder's choice. And possibly an E6. Yep, that is the 13th error of the year for Story.
We pop one right here, and we're back in it.
Swing and a miss. A breaking ball. Oberg 7-1 with a 2.65 ERA. 3 earned runs in his last 8 innings of work. That one gets away from Iannetta, and here comes Kingery. He'll score, and Bautista goes to third. Quinn up to second. 8-3.
Huh. Kind of like one of our innings last couple games. I don't know what Iannetta could have done with that one. That was a hard slider by Oberg. You know, he got the swing on the first pitch from Cesar, and it was almost the same pitch. Of course, that one bounced and got away from Iannetta, and we're in action.
2-2. So 2 outs. And now Carlos Santana. Boy, it would be nice to get these 2 runs home, making an 8-5 ball game. Still plenty of time left if you can do that. Carlos is 0 for 2. He's flied to center field. He's grounded out. He's also walked. Justin Bour out on deck to pinch hit for the pitcher. And that's low, 1-0. Bouncing ball over to first, and Ian Desmond will flip it to Oberg covering. 3-1 on the putout. Phillies settle for 2 runs in the inning. They leave a couple. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Rockies 8 and the Phillies 3. Today, and by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Bottom of the 6th inning, Rockies lead at 8-3. Cesar Hernandez will exit this ball game. Pedro Florimon is on. Drew Anderson is the new pitcher as he takes over for De Los Santos here in the home 6th inning. Andrew Knapp is in to catch. All right, so Anderson will face Nolan Arenado.
I wonder if Ramos is hurt.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Because you'd want him to, well, you want his bat in the lineup to get one more AB at least, and hopefully more. Swing and a miss, and one away. And Drew Anderson with an exploding fastball. And here is Trevor Story. Drew Anderson selected in the 11th, was the 11th player the Phillies took in the draft, and as he delivers low and away, 1 ball, no strikes. So it was the 21st pick the Phillies had in the 2012 draft. Story tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Ground ball out to second. Nice hop for Pedro Florimon. And there are 2 outs. This year he was 9-4 with an ERA of 3.87 in 18 games at Lehigh Valley. He's made 1 start with the Phillies this year. And here is Gerardo Parra. So this is the 6th game he's been in his big league career. The 2 last year. And a fastball, nice and easy in there. It's 0-1. He blew it by him. 0-2.
He said come out of the bullpen and just let it eat.
Yeah, let it fly.
For Drew. He's a nice young man too.
Andrew Knapp got some time with Drew Anderson this year when he was down in the minor leagues. Pretty good idea of what he throws. On the hands, out towards second. Florimon is up with it. And an easy inning for Anderson. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. First time tonight the Phillies have had a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the 7th. Phillies down by 5. Well, the Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary looks a lot like last night's summary. 3 runs in the 3rd for the Rockies, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th inning. Phillies been outscored 18-4 in the 2 games so far. Dahl had a home run last night. He has a home run tonight. But the Phillies scored 2 in the 6th. Now we go to the 7th. Andrew Knapp leads it off. And Knapp fouls it away. And it's no balls and 1 strike. It'll be Knapp, Hoskins, and Pedro Florimon. Down to 48, John.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice brisk walk home.
Inside. This is a good effort. But he missed it with a laugh, though. Oh, he dove again.
Got it, though. He went back in for more. Look like you and I at the buffet, Tom. We're going back for more.
1 and 2. Even though we know we shouldn't, John. I guess it depends on what the buffet is.
Yeah. You know what I haven't had in a while?
What's that?
Mashed potatoes. I'm looking forward to having some mashed potatoes.
Do you know that that's part of the buffet tomorrow night?
It is?
Yes.
Good.
I have no idea why I know that. I think it was up on the board when I left the lunchroom. 2 and 2.
Taco Tuesday today.
No mashed potatoes with Taco Tuesday.
No. Maybe in the hotel, right? John Elway's place.
I'm sure they have
Gotta
mashed
have some
potatoes.
mashed potatoes.
That fouls it off over the third base dugout. Swing and a miss. Soberg delivers a breaking ball. So that's his 2nd strikeout. And Rhys Hoskins is due up. Hoskins is 1 for 2. Backhanded by Desmond. He'll take it over to the bag. Two outs.
Tom, we've taken out a lot of our power, haven't we?
We have. Back toward the middle. Backhanded by LeMahieu and in time. That's a solid play. 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. Here in the 7th inning. It is time to stretch in Colorado. And the Phillies trail the Rockies 8-3. Social for more information. The Phillies social media department has done a really nice job these last couple of years building up their brand.
Missy Perez.
Mm-hmm.
She handles the Twitter account for the Phillies, right?
Yeah, Missy, Megan, Tim.
Megan, yeah.
And their staff is growing.
Nice that they send out the lineup every day when they're on our way to the ballpark. We can see who's playing and who's not.
Ian Desmond, opposite way. Bautista on the run, and he can't get it. It's off the wall, and Desmond will get to second with his 21st double of the year. So that's how the bottom of the 7th inning begins.
The pitch middle into Ian Desmond. He inside out of that ball, almost off the wall there in right field.
Does have some pop.
Oh my goodness. You think about his career. Watch his pitch. I mean, he wanted it down and away, kind of middle, but you think about his career. Shortstop, goes to Texas. They put him in the outfield. And he comes here and he put him at first base.
He's a nice compliment to this lineup.
Yeah.
Reese is over near the stands.
Now, you wonder if Story could hit, but they were worried about his throwing. Can you put Desmond back at shortstop and let Trevor Story play first?
Boy, I don't know. It might be, he might be too far removed from it.
Well, he played a couple games when Story was hurt at short.
I mean, he's got a great arm. He
Yeah,
still has a
without
great
question.
arm. No balls and 1 strike to Iannetta.
Does it look like Drew really slows up when he tries to throw his breaking ball?
He might. I didn't notice it the last time he was up, but you know, he's still a young pitcher. And he hits Iannetta. That one just didn't break. So first and second now for Carlos Gonzalez. Yeah, I was talking to Jared Eichhoff about the curveball because, you know, he threw a couple last night. And I said, how did you fight the altitude? Because sometimes they say you can't really command your curveball. He said, you know, I felt like it was better last night than any other time that I pitched here. He said, I felt like it had much more rotation on it.
Spin rate was better.
Yeah, he just felt like he had some more spin to it.
It's the humidor.
Gonzalez, a 2-run pinch hit double his last time. Fouled away.
Think about Cranny, man. You know, it's bad enough when you have 12, 13 guys. Now you got, what, 20? 20, 17 and 5 is 22. You got 22.
He's got a lot of pitchers.
I mean, to start of the season, his hair was dark.
Well, before the All-Star break, the Phillies staff had an ERA of 3.85. After the break, an ERA of 4.26. It's one of the big reasons why they find themselves at 15-30 since the first week in August. Tell
you what, Pittsburgh beating the Cubs 5-0. Pittsburgh's got some tough pitching, man. I wouldn't want to play them down the stretch to try to win something.
Well, and that game's significant because the Brewers lead the Cardinals 9-4, which would, if that score holds up, which would leave the Cubs just a half game up in the Central. Wow. Swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball. I would think that Drew Anderson, as Ryan McMahon's coming up as a pinch hitter, that Drew has some family here. So you can hear the sort of isolated cheering every time he does something well, and that's pretty good right there.
Nice little, almost like Eichhoff's curveball, 12-6 almost. All right, we got a replacement.
Yeah, this is McMahon, who's hitting for the pitcher.
Oh, he's hit for Blackman, right?
Blackman is out of the game, John.
Yeah, he's hitting for Blackman.
Yeah, he was already out.
Cargo was hitting for the pitcher, right?
Yeah, they did another double switch.
At this point.
Every time a Phillies pitcher reaches 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. There's another strike. 2-2. And a strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts by Drew Anderson. There's the Anderson family and friends.
What, he's pitching well. I mean, he just freezes McMahon with that one. I mean, that's, yeah, I know Andrew had to reach across, but I mean, almost right down the middle. And the reaction.
He didn't really want to interrupt his ice cream there.
No, I don't blame him.
Here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu has 2 hits today. Back toward the middle and into center field, a base hit. Desmond's around third. He's going to score. It's now 9-3 in favor of the Rockies. They add another one for LeMahieu. It's his 3rd hit and it's his 2nd RBI.
And all 3 right up the middle. Sheesh. Might be hitting 300 by the time we leave, Tom.
Well, it's another 2-out base hit.
It's a fastball, pretty much center cut. Back up the middle, scored Desmond and puts us back in the hole.
Down the right field line, and it remains 0-2. Up and away, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies will have Cousins, Kingery, and Bautista due up in the top of the 8th inning. Starting to get a little long with his delivery. Curveball served out toward left, and it'll drop for a hit. Iannetta is going to score. Back-to-back two-out singles. And the inning continues for Arenado.
Tell you what, man, that Dahl's been impressive this series. Power. Two-out RBIs. And it gets easier now.
Arenado struck out his first time up against Anderson. That was in the 6th inning. Over toward the left side. Santana's got it. Throws to second in time. The inning is over. 5-4 on the putout. 2-run score for the Rockies. On 3 hits. We'll go to the 8th. It's 10-3 Colorado. Dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEFF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. There's Andy Abad with the glasses on. He's the Phillies minor league outfield instructor. Andy could hit when he was in the minor leagues. I was with him in Boston. And the ball would jump off his bat. He played in the big leagues for a little bit. He's one of the extra coaches the Phillies have had with them during this month of September. Almonte will take over for the Rockies as we go to the top of the 8th inning.
He looks like an old grinder.
He could hit. I always thought, there were so many guys that came through Double-A, and not many of them made it to the big leagues. But when I saw him hit, I thought, man, this guy's going to have a long big league career. But as you know, John, and everybody does, there's a big difference between Double-A and Triple-A in the big leagues.
Yes, there is. I think that's a funny thing. I always thought it was easier to hit in the big leagues than in the minor leagues.
Really?
Yeah. Pitchers were around the plate more. Now, A-ball, Double-A. But, once I got to Triple-A, I thought it started getting I thought it was getting easier. If that makes sense.
Well, because the pitchers were around the plate more?
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times it's you see the same teams. Mm-hmm. So you from year to year, like it seemed like every year I played A-ball, whatever, we always played the Dodgers. So I had a good feel for the Dodgers minor league pitchers at that time once I got to Triple-A.
Cousins hits one into the crowd and then it rebounds out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a foul ball. But he was close. I don't even know where that ball wound up.
I don't know where it.
I think it wound up. Well, I don't know where it wound up. The folks in the restaurant. Oh no, there we go. That young lady has it. It had a kick back.
I thought that thing was going to hit that brick wall up there.
And Cousins is struck out. So 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Scott Kingery's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thanks, Tom. Time for the Major League Notebook presented by the University of Maryland, University College, and the defending champs are just 1 step away from clinching a postseason spot. The Houston Astros got win number 100 tonight. Their magic number is now down to 1. Second straight season, they've had 100-plus wins, and so all they need right now is either a win tomorrow by themselves or an A's loss tonight. They're playing, well, they're probably getting underway just about now. So the A's playing tonight. Their magic number is 1. They'll clinch a postseason spot, and it is official. Right now, Ohtani is going to have that surgery that we've been talking about, it seems like, for the last couple of weeks. Shohei Ohtani from the Angels is going to have Tommy John surgery. Back on September the 5th, it was recommended that he have the surgery because of the torn UCL ligament in his elbow. He has decided that he is going to indeed have it the first week after the season is over. No word yet whether or not he's going to be able to come back for the Angels in time for opening day to be a hitter. They said they'll have to wait and see how he recovers from that. He obviously won't be able to pitch next season, but he might be able to be an offensive threat for the Angels. So Shohei Ohtani going to get that surgery now in the first week of the offseason. Yes.
Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That doesn't make any sense.
What's that?
Why wouldn't he have gotten it done when, you know, when it happened?
Yeah, I think he just wanted to keep hitting, honestly.
Yeah, I don't blame him, but, you know, he's going to miss how much time next year? He's probably not going to pitch.
I would say at least the first 2 months of the season, if not longer. 2-2 to Kingery. His manager came out today and said that he wants to manage again, Mike Scioscia, even though he's finished with the Angels.
Wow.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Kingery. And a liner to left field, and Kingery's going to have another base hit. That's going to be another extra base hit for Kingery. His second one of the night. 22 on the year. And that will bring Bautista up. By the way, the Astros are just the 5th defending World Series champion since 1970 to win 100 games. So only the 5th team to win the World Series and the next year win at least 100 games.
Well, they are gifted, and you can rush those 5 guys they have, and they just got Lance McCullers Jr. back.
You wonder if they're going to put him in the bullpen for the postseason.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be stretched out, right, to throw him out there in the postseason. But he would only get, what, 1 more start?
That's it, yeah.
It's not like they don't have options. Let's see. Do we pick Verlander? Garrett Cole, Charlie Morton.
Well, Morton's having a shoulder problem right now.
Oh, gosh.
They have to deal with.
They're down to 2 then. Verlander or Garrett Cole? Feel sorry for AJ.
0-2 to Bautista.
And that dilemma he has down there in Houston.
That's a tough one.
Let me see. Do I want this guy that throws 98 with a hard curve ball, or the guy that throws 99 with the slider? Who do they match up better against?
Everybody.
Exactly.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Bautista.
Poor AJ going in the postseason undermanned.
3-2. I watched the end of that A's game yesterday where they celebrated. They're the other wild card team.
Happy for Stephen Piscotty.
Yeah.
Very happy for that young man. Been through a lot in his young life.
And ball 4. That'll put runners on first and second for Roman Quinn. Other news going on around the ballpark. Matt Gelb, who has the computer with The Athletic on it right there, he has tweeted out, I don't know if you saw this or not, John. He wants everybody to know and vote on this. Which Phillies beat writer did his laundry in a bathtub this afternoon, hung the garments all over his hotel room, and turned down the thermostat to 55 before he left for Coors Field? The options are Jim Salisbury, who's with the glasses on the nose, red shirt, Matt Breen, Matt Gelb, or Todd Zolecki, who is to the right.
I'm going Jim.
Yeah, Jim is leading the poll as we speak on Twitter. I'm not sure if that's surprising at all.
Shock right there. He used a napkin to wipe his nose, but you know.
Listen, he's the veteran of the crew.
Yeah.
And he's the most innovative.
He's been around the block. He understands when you need to wash some skivvies, just throw them in the tub. Who needs that? What's that called? That pulsing
washing machine?
No, the pulsing thing that the washing machine does. What's that called?
Gyrator.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's what it's called.
We do so much laundry, it's unbelievable.
Well, we'll let you know who the winner is. Agitator.
Production cavity on top of that one. Here we come, Tom.
Roman Quinn out to left center field. That'll drop for a hit. Thank you, Murph, on giving that to us. The Agitator. Yeah, the bases are loaded with one out.
Tom, here we come. That ain't Cesar, is it?
No, it's Justin Bour.
Yeah. I would imagine Jimmy's room probably looks like the truck from the Beverly Hillbillies or Sanford and Son. Whichever mess you want to go with.
I don't know. He's pretty organized.
Huh? Come on now.
We love him.
I love him to death. Tom, they're going over the scattering report.
And Justin Bour.
Yeah, Ian Desmond coming in to tell Almonte the deal.
And here comes Bud Black. So with the bases loaded, one out here in the top of the 8th inning, Bud Black is going to bring in a new pitcher to face Justin Bour. Phillies trail it 10-3. But Black has seen a lot of games in this ballpark. He knows that no lead is safe. He hasn't signaled yet to the pen, I don't think.
West Virginia boy down there.
There you go.
Goes. I thought that was part of the new rules. You had to tell the umpire when you first came out of the dugout.
I don't know if you have to do it right when you come out.
Hey, we need to change that rule then.
Now Monte is done. A new pitcher coming up. We'll be back after this.
Virginia boy.
That's right. He's on to face Justin Bohr. We saw him in last night's ball game, and Musgrave went 1 inning, struck out 2. Almonte goes a third of an inning, and he is credited with where he's charged with 2 hits and 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Outside, 1-0.
Time's a game tomorrow.
Same time. 6:40 local, 8:40 Eastern. Day game on Thursday. Before the Phillies head home. Tomorrow, Fans Plays of the Year at 8:30 sharp. Bohr takes it 1-1.
So I technically don't need to be here tomorrow till 5:30 or so, right?
Yeah, you can roll in about 5:30 if you choose to. The only problem is getting you here.
Gives me an extra hour of working out.
Yep.
Gym work. Might do some street work tomorrow, Tom. It's nice, cool.
Every good boxer should do some street
Yeah,
work.
absolutely. Let's do some sparring.
2-1. I understand you did get out today.
I did. I walked around a little bit.
Fell back to it, too. Did you see anything interesting?
7-Eleven, Gatorades, a couple energy drinks, and walked around. People were all bundled up. Not like West Virginia. They just, no one acknowledges anything. They just walked to 7-Eleven and walked back and fell asleep.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's hit sharply out to second. LeMahieu from his knees is able to turn the double play. 4-6-3. And the side is retired. Phillies threaten here in the 8th inning. They do not score. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. Middle of the 8th inning, 10-3 Rockies. Girls are looking for athletic, energetic, and community-driven women to serve as role models. Applications are due by the end of this year, and then the tryouts will be at the beginning of next year. Go to Phillies.com/ballgirls for more information. Luis Garcia will take over out of the mound for the Phillies, and he will face Trevor Story as we begin the home 8th inning. 5.64 ERA for Luis, who's had a disappointing year. He's got so much ability. And a pitch low. It's 1-0. Each team with 10 hits. Rockies with 14. The Phillies with 10 on the nose. Milwaukee has beaten St. Louis, so a Rockies win, and the Rockies have the #2 spot in the wild card. And the other drama that's building is that Milwaukee would pull to within a half game of the Cubs.
Cubs are still at, it's only the 8th inning, but they're losing 6-0. You know, that's the thing. I mean, you know, we've seen it. Pittsburgh can have dominant starting pitching. And I don't think I don't know who they play next, but I don't think I'd want to be the team that, you know, you have to go into Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh comes to your place and you try to win 2 out of 3.
Yeah, Cubs have won 7 of 10. Chris Bryant left today's ball game with a wrist injury for the Cubs.
It's been a season of injuries for Chris Bryant. The shoulder and now the wrist.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the Cubs will face the Cardinals in the final series of the weekend. First, though, they have 2 more after tonight with the Pirates. Swing and a miss. Story strikes out. Good slider from Luis. And 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
You know darn good well, too, that the Cardinals would love to knock the Cubs out.
Well, I think
not knock them out, but keep them from winning a division.
Right. I think that Major League Baseball has done a couple of really good things with the schedule. Some of the things are quirky, like the Phillies being out here in Colorado in the final week of the season, and Washington finishing the year here in Colorado. But they've also been able to match up like teams in many situations, rivalry teams. Giants, Dodgers. Giants are terrible this year, but they're facing the Dodgers this weekend, so there still is, I think, some sense of pride. But the Brewers will play the Tigers. Now, it's an old school rivalry from the American League, but not necessarily as much now.
Did you see? I thought I read somewhere where the Braves clinched this year on September 22nd, was it? I don't even know what today's date is.
Yeah, it was 22nd, it was Saturday.
And like they had like 3 or 4 other years where they've clinched the division
on that date,
on September 22nd. It was really odd. Of course, when you win 57 of them in a row, they're bound to have some dates together.
Nice play by Florimone and Hoskins for the 2nd out here in the 8th. And Ian Desmond will be the hitter. Brian Shaw in the bullpen for the Rockies.
Is that in relation to, wasn't that Brian Shaw that used to close for the Dodgers? Who else did he close with?
Not this Brian Shaw.
No, he's back like right after I got done playing.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was going to say.
97 years old and still throwing. You remember the closer? He was closer for the Dodgers for a while. He had good years. I think he wore number 27 too. I don't know why I remember that, but sometimes things just pop in my head.
Can't get him out. Swing and a miss. And Garcia has retired the side in order here in the 8th inning. We'll get to John's answer about Brian Shaw, the
look it
closer.
up right now.
We head to the 9th inning. Last chance for the Phillies when we return. The Phillies 3. Time now for the W. Mason deliveries of the game.
Well, Tom, it didn't last long. Once we got that lead, and Dahl right there with the 3-run homer, kind of reminiscent of the same one he hit last night. We keep saying that, but I like things that are familiar. And then the 7th inning, Dahl again. After Drew Anderson just reaches out, flicks one to left field. And scores Chris Iannetta, and those are our deliveries of the game, brought to you by W.B. Mason.
Well, Brian Shaw will take over. So the Shaw that you're thinking of, Johnny, was Jeff Shaw, who had 42 and 48 saves for the Reds. And between the Reds and the Dodgers one year, and then 43 for the Dodgers in 2001. His son is Travis Shaw, who plays for the Brewers. Yeah. 0-1 to Carlos Santana. Jeff Shaw played 12 years.
Yeah, right. He had a good career.
He did have a good career. 2-time All-Star. Out toward left field, Parra. He has room in fair territory. Well, there's one out. And Andrew Knapp is coming up.
We walking back to the hotel again?
Yes, we are. No fear of bad weather, I don't think, tonight. We got back without any problems last night. Bouncer up toward first, and a fair ball. 3 unassisted, 2 outs. Well, before we walk back to the hotel, hopefully there's a rally. But if not, we're going to go to Cure Auto Insurance, presents Phillies Postgame Live with Michael Barkan, Ben Davis, Corey Seidman. They're going to talk about Velasquez's early exit, another big night by the Rockies offensively. And the Phillies' overall offensive struggles. Actually, it's more than just the offense they're going to talk about. And they're going to evaluate Gabe's first season as a skipper. Certainly has not finished the year the way he had hoped, the way anybody had thought. the way they were playing up until the 5th of August. I know we keep bringing it up, but it's hard to get your head around the fact that they're going to be 15-31 in their last 46 games after tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike to Reese, who is 1 for 3.
It has been very, very ugly lately, Tommy.
Yes, it has. I mean, on this road trip alone, the Phillies, after tonight, are going to have lost 6 on this road.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I have people on social media stuff. Oh, the players quit on game. They haven't quit. They're too young to quit.
Yeah, I think it's, you know.
If you had a group of veterans out there, like, this could be very tedious. But, you know, besides Reese, a lot of these guys are playing now to try to let them know that they could be players next year.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that, you know, Gabe even has tried to get across to some of the players, is that you're still playing for next year.
Absolutely. You know, Carlos, you have to assume that he's going to be an everyday player when Reese and
where they will play, I think next year will dictate that.
But, you know, right there, Scotty Kingery. I mean, you know, he's had multi-hit games his last 2 games. Where does he fit in next year? You know, is he going to be an everyday player?
Right. Is he going to be at shortstop or second base?
Yeah. Or is he going to be that guy that's going to play
all over,
outfield, infield, wherever?
Florimone takes a backdoor breaking ball and it's 0-1. Alfaro, you would assume, would be the everyday catcher next year.
Well, you don't know if they bring Ramos back.
Or
who knows? You know, Roman Quinn's trying to prove that
he's got to stay healthy.
You know, I can stay healthy and you can count on me to be your everyday center fielder or whatever. It's funny when I hear people say the team quit on someone. Kids don't know how to quit yet.
1-2. Well, and as we said, they had so much to play for.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can imagine how disappointed they are. You know, they didn't get the job done, and they got to be disappointed in themselves for not getting it done.
Swing and a miss, a high fastball, and that wraps up game 2 between the Phils and the Rockies. The Rockies win it 10-3. And with that victory, the Rockies now take over the 2nd spot in the wild card in the National League, which was what Bud Black's objective was. Yeah, it's to win the division, but first things first is to get into the postseason. And the Phillies have now dropped 6 straight on this road trip. As their struggles continue, they're under 500. David Dahl's our Chevrolet player of the game. 3 for 5, a home run, and 4 runs batted in. So the Phillies lose it 10-3. They've dropped back-to-back games to the Rockies and 6 straight on this road trip. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.